you want to know my opinion on what I think, just keep on watching. Hi guys, what's good? It's your girl Nisi here, and I'm back with another video. And in today's video, here we go again. So there's this young woman who's a nurse, and she was on TikTok live, and she was, passing out meds, and yeah, she ended up losing her job. People in the live tried to warn her, and she was going off on them. And now, she's lost her job, and now she's just like, backpedaling, like, oh, life isn't fair. You know what I mean? I didn't put out the people's information. How many times am I going to do a video like this? So if you've not seen it, I have done a video on a nurse that was twerking and filming, just doing some weird stuff. And these were patients like with like mental health issues or physical like body like disabilities. I'll put the picture there, do check it out, and I'll link it at the end of this video. And I've also done a video on nurses, if they should be wearing, the bust down 30-inch weaves, wigs at work, and have like really long nails. And even with this nurse, she had like, her nails wasn't long, but she had like acrylics on. And then she was opening up some medicine with her mouth, because I guess she couldn't do it because of her nails. When I say you can't make this up, you can't make this up. So I'm gonna roll the clip and I will be back.
Oh my God, y'all just be on here doing the most. Just relax.
Yes, ma'am. You do mornings. Yeah. None of them wanted to give
Healthcare girly. Okay.
Can you check my pants, see if they're dry?
Let me get a glove on. Nope, they feel dry, girlfriend. You have a... Ain't no patient information showing, okay? So y'all just relax. Oh my God, why do y'all keep doing that? I'll lose my license if I'm showing patient information. I'm not showing any patient information, so just relax. Just relax. If y'all see some patient information, then just holla. But I'm not showing nothing. I'm just at work, so just chill. Sit back, relax. Damn. Y'all be taking the fun out of everything. God damn. Just chill. And nobody's mad. That's the thing. Who's mad? I'm just telling y'all to relax, chill. You're not seeing any patient information. You're not seeing nothing. So just relax. Y'all be doing the absolute most. Obviously, this is the first time y'all been on here because I go live. This ain't the first time that y'all be just doing the most. This is not sanitary. I've been working on my own now. Actually, y'all, I just started this job. I've only been here for probably about a month. 1 second. Thank you for the file. Oh, shoot. Actually, it wasn't the wrong medication. It's just the lidocaine patch. You're supposed to have it in the daytime, not at night. I've only been a nurse. I passed my NCLEX August 15th. Your facility does not have safety concerns with you preparing meds online. How long were you in school before becoming a nurse? Your showers aren't at night, I guess. I guess your showers are during the day. Oh my God. Y'all are just nerve-wracking. I'll be right back. I'll be right back. So, nursing home. I'm at a nursing home. I'm gonna come talk to y'all for a second. Y'all are in these comments. Let me block this hoe. I'm just now reading some of these. How do I even block on here? Cause bitch, y'all, it was doing way too much. Way too much. Yes, girl, I love doing nursing content. As long as I'm not showing any patient information, I don't understand why y'all be on here doing so much. Just doing way too much. Kari, let me go ahead and just block you, boo. Y'all be on here just doing too much. Girl, I know what HIPAA is. I've been in the healthcare field a very long time, even as a CNA. Like, I know what HIPAA is. I appreciate y'all on here that's having my back, because they just doing too much. Like, I done been in healthcare way too fucking long. I'm not about to sit on here and argue with nobody or do none of that. It's not happening. Was tripping. I'm just now being able to see everything. God damn. Let me go ahead and get this last guy. But that's the one annoying part, because that's their job to do that. And they just don't do it. So now I have to go get some vitals after passing all of these meds for 20 people.
Approximately 10 hours later.
You guys know that my family did create me a GoFundMe, which I'm so grateful for. I'll lose my license if I'm showing patient information. Obviously, this is the first time y'all been on here, because I go live. Me, and like I stated in previous videos, I hope I can be used as an example in the future of what not to do.
Give me a minute. What the fuck did I just watch? Like, fair enough, we didn't see any of her patients, but we knew where she worked. It was in a older people's home, like an older care home. We knew someone was getting certain types of medication. We knew it was a man or a woman because you could hear the person. She gave them the wrong medication at the wrong time. So it wasn't the wrong medication. She said they were just meant to have it in the evening instead of now. Thank God she put gloves on, because at one point she had to do something because she put gloves on. The information on the computer, then she said I've got 18 like patients to give out meds to, and it was just so much information. The thing with the internet, it doesn't take a long time, or it's not that hard to find out where people work. It happens all the time to people that are racist. They put a tweet out thinking they're slick. Next thing you know, their boss, their manager knows what's happened on social media and they've lost their job. So the fact that she's put out those snippets, people can put that together and find out where she works and who that patient is. So yeah, shout out to the person or the people that tried to warn her on the live. And as you heard, she was calling one girl a hoe, calling her a bitch. She wanted to block her. She was trying to help you, and maybe if you listened to her, you wouldn't have lost your job. No, no, no. Scratch that. She would have lost her job regardless, because again, all that personal information was already out. But so many people tried to tell her, and she's just like, I'm not sharing any personal details. And it's just like, you are. Like, come on. TikTok can't have people this much in a chokehold. This is crazy. And she's like, I love my job. I've been in the healthcare field for ages, for time. Listen, I took health and social care in college, and it's one of the strictest, type of industries to go into. Even in the class, like, we couldn't just be on our mobile phones. So now that you've graduated, you've actually got placement of a workplace, you think you can just go on and do a TikTok live, like, wait, what? Even with YouTube, there's guidelines and there's rules. There's certain things I can't say on here or do on here. If that happens, my channel will get demonetized and my videos, you know what I mean, will get shut down. I'll get strikes. You can't be that stupid. And the thing with nursing or becoming a nurse is just so much training and learning you have to do, and then you just lose it like that. Again, the rules, it's one of the strictest industries to go in. The rules are no joke, because you're caring for people, you know what I mean? Like, a lot of people saying she can get sued, she can go to jail for what she's done. Like, that's how deep it is. But she just sees it as, like, I go live all the time. The people that were trying to warn her, she's like, oh, y'all must be new here because I go live all the time. And it's just like, where's her manager? Where's her supervisor? Where's the big boss? Because how can she be going live all the time? And if her patients are elderly, which they are, because she said she works in a care home, I know when she's going on live, obviously it's new, like the baby boomers and upwards, this whole social media is new to them. So I know every time she must be going live, they must just be looking at, like, what's this girl doing? Like, where's my meds? Where it's time for me to bathe? Like, you can't make this up. This is insane. But yeah, for the next part of the clip, like I played, you see how different she was. You know, her family set up a GoFundMe. You already know if you're new to this channel, I don't believe in these GoFundMes unless it's someone that's, you know, like died of cancer and like the kids are an orphan and things like that. But for stupidity and things like this, I don't believe in it. But if people want to donate, then that's on them. But yeah, and do you see how different she is? She was so cocky and rude in her life, and now she's like humble. She's like, I want people to learn from my mistakes. I want to be an example. Listen, I wish her the best, but it's just how arrogant she was in her original life. It didn't have to end like this. Like, you didn't have to lose your job. And the thing with being a nurse, a doctor, a surgeon, like, once you've lost your job in that placement, you literally can't get a job nowhere else because they want to know why you got, you know what I mean, why you lost your job or got disbarred. It's like being a lawyer and you get disbarred, like, why? So then after that, you're pretty, like, you're just, like, written off, you know what I mean? It's really sad. Same with being a police officer. If you do something really bad and you end up losing your, you know what I mean? You got to hand in your gun back, your badge. You've literally got to be in a whole different industry now. And it's just, again, all that hard work, all that training just gone for what? For clout. 'Cause that's what social media is. It's for clout. You know, they do anything for clout. But yeah, let's get into some people's reactions. And I just love the way people were gathering it up.
So apparently there's a trend of nurses doing med passes on live stream. And at this point, I need my nurse to have a flip phone and orthopedic shoes. Now you guys are familiar with Nurse Yaz. She was the nurse who was doing her med pass on live stream, and then she lost her job.
I'm not gonna do that. I'm old enough, I'm grown enough to know that I did something I wasn't supposed to be doing. And I have to deal with whatever comes after that. And whatever comes after that is not for me to tell y'all. It's not for me to broadcast to the world.
So you can broadcast somebody's Auntie Shirley getting a medicated patch, but not how you got fired from your job. Got it. And y'all, I wish this was the end of it, but apparently another nurse over on TikTok had also been live streaming herself doing a med pass.
So let's keep it cute. Keep it cute.
I don't know when this phenomenon began, but we need to cut it out very quickly. I don't know much about nursing because I'm squeamish around blood, but I do know that if I were a patient and I saw my nurse on TikTok live stream while I was laid up in the hospital waiting for my meds and she's filming it, immediately I'm calling the nursing board. Because what are you doing? And what are you doing with my meds? And when am I going to get them? And why does the internet need to know what I'm taking? Again, I want my nurse with a flip phone and orthopedic sneakers. That is it. That is all.
Yes, shout out to that girl. I want my nurse with a flip phone and pedia. Can't even say the word. You know, good shoes, the Crocs. You know, none of this designer like. But definitely the flip phone or the brick phone. We need to go back to basics. Or how about no phone? Just have your phone when it's break time, lunchtime. Like, well, like she said, you know, these older people be looking like you're going live again. And again, why are you going live while you're passing out my meds? Like, I don't want the world to know what I'm on. Like, even my mom, shout out to you, mommy. My mom has a hearing aid, but she covers it because she's quite embarrassed by it. And it's like, it's nothing to be embarrassed about. But even certain medication, people might be embarrassed what they have to take. You know what I mean? If it's to do with depression or anxiety or blood pressure, whatever. So, you know what I mean? She's filming herself live and she's opening up meds and she's like, yeah, this is for you. And it's just like, girl, you know what I mean? Sometimes your own family members don't even know what medication you're on, but yet the whole world's gonna know what I'm taking just because you're on live. But yeah, shout out to her. Everything she said was on point. Like, when did this become a thing? And the biggest thing I remember and took away from doing health and social care was confidentiality. Like, what stays in, you know, the hospital or when you're at work stay, like, you can't go home, tell your spouse or family members what a patient's going through, especially if you're working like a sexual clinic. You know what I mean? People might have STDs and things like that. You can't go home and tell your friends and family. Like, confidentiality is, you know what I mean, is key. And going live while you're handing out meds is a no-no.
I'm not gonna lie, you gotta be a whole different type of stupid to get on live while doing your med pass. Like, what did you think was gonna happen? You telling me that you set your camera up, like, hey, let me get on live while doing my med pass while I'm on the clock. You said, let me get on live while the whole world is watching, pass medications, while also patient's information can be heard. Then you get mad when people save you telling you stop being on live while you at work. You talking about, oh, y'all doing too much. I'm not gonna lie, you don't deserve to have your license. Like, the fact that you would even think that that's cool, there's something wrong. There's a disconnect. I'm telling you. Now, for this stupidity that you just did, not only are you about to lose your job, they about to report your license to the board. Like, you have plenty of chances to get off live, but you still want to be like, y'all doing too much. I'm not gonna lie to you. I don't feel sorry for you. I don't.
Yes, shout out to that man. And like you said, every minute in a live, oh, y'all doing too much. Y'all doing too much. I guess she's trying to call these people in live haters again. You can't say anything with common sense because if you do, then you're a hater. Now, if she would have listened to these haters and these people with common sense, she still might be holding down a job. But yeah, like he said, it's bad enough that, she's obviously got fired. And then, like he said, they're most likely going to report her. So again, she can't work in that industry again. And even working in other industries, it'll be a struggle to get a job because when you get fired, it's like a stain because then they want to know, well, why did you get fired? A lot of people are losing their jobs for being on social media while at work. So like I said, I did a video where these women lost their careers. And one of them was a flight attendant. So it's not just, the healthcare industry, it's multiple different industries. Just come off the phone. There's people that work in Amazon and they're doing TikTok dances and whatnot and they're losing their job. Like, just stay off the phone. Like, it's really not that hard. But yeah, he's a nurse. I checked him out. I checked out his TikTok. He's a nurse, so he knows what he's talking about. And yeah, everything he said, like, this is stupidity on another level. Like, come on, like, you can't be serious. And obviously, she sees it as just because we can't see the patients that she's not sharing information. We can hear, we're not deaf. Like, we can hear what's going on. We can hear what medication they have to take or should be taking. Like,
You got to be a different kind of dumb to get on here and record yourself on live as a nurse doing a medication pass. HIPAA! The worst part about it is this girl said a patient's name not what multiple times on here. Talking about some, I'm not breaking HIPAA. You can't see patient information. Girl, we can hear it. Then, baby, you made a medication error on camera. So now I know what med Betty Sue is on. That patient should and could sue the fuck out of you. Do y'all think that they're giving away licenses for fun? The board of nursing will come in your life. You got to be a different kind of dumb to get on here and record yourself on live as a nurse doing a medication pass. HIPAA! The worst part about it is this girl said a patient's name not what multiple times on here. Talking about some, I'm not breaking HIPAA. You can't see patient information. Girl, we can hear it. Then, baby, you made a medication error on camera. So now I know what med Betty Sue is on. That patient should and could sue the fuck out of you. Do y'all think that they're giving away licenses for fun? The board of nursing will come in your license before you can say I'm sorry. Like, people on the live are trying to warn you, like, girl, you're breaking HIPAA. Girl, log off. Girl, get off. Girl, get off. And she like, it's not that serious. Y'all dragging it. Y'all doing too much. For your 55 viewers, so you about to lose your license for 55 views. Remember, social media is social media. Your license is all you got. You need to protect that shit at all costs. Girl, get off the fucking live. You have to record of all things, you passing medication. Something where you should be focused. Anyways, you at the camera talking to the patient, at the camera, responding to people. Girl.
I love how people keep saying you gotta be a different kind of dumb, a different kind of stupid. It's just like it's not like there's no sense, and it kind of scares me because the fact that she was a nurse and dealing with people's medication and people's lives, it makes you think like, and this is what she was doing on camera, so it does make you think like, girl, what do you do when there's no eyes around and you're not on camera? But again, as you can see, she's in her nursing attire and she knows what she's talking about, especially when she said they would revoke your information so quick you can't even say sorry. Like, they're just like, yeah, you're fired. Out of all the industries, nurses, doctors, you can lose your job just like that in a blink of an eye. You know what I mean? It's crazy. But yeah, I agree with everything she said. Like, she made me laugh about, not for your 53 viewers on TikTok that you literally dashed away your whole career. Like, it wasn't just a job, it was a career. You know what I mean? There's one thing getting fired from like a place, but then you can go to a next place. She can't even go to a next hospital, care home. You know what I mean? Like, finished. She's done.
They're starting to make it look like they give out nursing degrees for free. Y'all, please start being so for real. Why did I see a girl on live at work during MedPass, and she ended up making a mid-air? And she's on live saying patients' names. Oh, you have got to be so serious. And this is why I always say, you don't necessarily have to be smart to be a nurse. You don't. And some people get so mad at me when I say, like, oh, I did this and I did that and I had straight A's to nursing school. That means nothing if you have no critical thinking skills. They can't teach that. They really, really, truly, honestly cannot teach that in nursing school. If you do not have critical thinking and common sense locking together in your brain, baby, you can wrap that up. Nursing is not for you. If you think that it is absolutely perfectly acceptable for you to be on live during MedPass while you're at work, you don't have critical thinking and common sense locked into your brain right now. You don't. And her defense was, oh, you can't see any patient information. It don't matter if I can see it if you saying it. It don't matter. And then you made a med error on top of that. Oh my God. Y'all have got to be so for real. As much as I love labor and delivery and as much as I love social media hand in hand, y'all will never see get ready with me for this induction blog. Absolutely not. Y'all will never know what hospital I work at. If somebody commented, that person will be blocked. That comment will be deleted. Y'all, that is not safe. Please get off social media when you're at work, because at the end of the day, hospitals are businesses and you are expendable. Be for real. Protect your license because nobody else is going to protect it for you.
Shout out to her, and I loved her response. Not them giving out nursing degrees for free. It's giving that, because just all these videos I've done and I've seen on TikTok of nurses losing their job for the just most stupid stuff. Like she said, you can take all the exams, pass the bar, study, do all the homework and etc. But if you don't have that critical thinking, that common sense, like she said, wrap it up. Like it's already done before you've even started, because how could you just be so stupid? Like, this is stupidity on a big scale. Like, you can't be this stupid. And she's like, you can't see no one. We can hear everything that's going on. And like she said, you were on live and you made a medical error. Like, even if she deletes it or whatever, someone's screen recording it. And as you can see, people are doing reactions to it, like myself. And it's just like, if they were to take you to court, everything's there. Like, you can't deny, you can't. And then just the fact that she stated, I go live all the time. You must be new here. If I was her supervisor, I would be so ashamed. And I need to do better as a supervisor. Because what do you mean you go live all the time? You need to be handing out medication all the time, not be on live. Like, what? But yeah, I agree with everything she said. Like, people definitely need to take this as a lesson. If people do this kind of stuff, go live, mess around, do dances at work. Wrap it up now. If you really love your job, your career, you want to be in it for the long haul, wrap it up. Because trust me, like she said, social media will have people in a chokehold. It's really not that deep. And if that's the case, just become like a YouTuber or a full-time TikToker. Like, you can't do both, pick one. And it's like she said, I feel like she works in the industry, and she said, you'll never see, oh, get ready for me while I get ready for work to go, work in a hospital or work in a care home. And it's just like, even me, when I used to work in a supermarket, I would never come on here and like, get ready with me while I get ready to, to go to my workplace in a supermarket. It's just like, and even with that, simple places like working in the supermarket, people be losing their job for the littlest things. So a hospital where you're saving people's lives, you've got people's lives in your palm. Come on now.
Guys, I've just seen a video of a nurse in America doing a medication round, and she's on live. She's on live while handing out medications. And not only is she just doing medication, she's making errors because she's trying to read the TikTok comments. She's responding to the TikTok comments, and then she realizes she's making mistakes. She realizes things aren't due. She realizes she's put a lidocaine patch or something on a patient when they didn't need it then. They needed it in the evening. And I'm just like, why are you going on live instead of doing the medication round? And where are her colleagues? Is making errors on live. Those lives are there forever. Like, someone has screen recorded that and it's going around. You can go to jail. Like, you are making mistakes on live. Is TikTok really that worth it? Like, how much is TikTok paying you for this live? Is it more than your job? Even so, come on. Not everything needs to be recorded. Not everything needs to be broadcasted. I feel like some people are so social media obsessed. Like, this can, like, do you not realize that you can be sent to jail? You could lose your license. Someone's life is in your hands. One medication error is all over, done out here. Like, come on. Come on.
Yeah, shout out to her. As you can see, she's in her, nurse attire, and obviously she's British, but like she said, she's just in shock. And it must be shock value for people that work in that industry. I'm shocked and I'm not even in it, but I have studied it. And like she said, like, obviously, you can get fired what everyone else is saying, but people's life is literally in your hand. And I think that's why I didn't go forward with it. I was just like, this is too much, the whole medicines and things like that. Like, just any little mistake, even, giving someone too much, too little, or the complete wrong medication, you can go to jail, like she stated. And again, I can't get over that the fact that this girl said, I go live all the time, like chill out, y'all are doing too much. And it's just like, are we in the twilight zone? Because us, the people that care about these, these patients, and she's just like, it's not that deep, like calm down, like you're doing too much. It's crazy, but I do love that other people that work in that industry are coming out and speaking up, and they're in their attire, and they're just saying it like it is. Like, this is one of the most stupidest things you could have done. It's bad enough that you've made errors and mistakes on the live, but yeah, you can go to jail. We already know we already knew she was gonna lose her job, but you literally could go to jail and obviously get sued.
I heard people talking about it, but it finally popped up on my For You page. Somebody actually recorded this live stream of this nurse passing medications. She says patients' names out loud. She's insisting in this live stream, I'm not showing patient information. I'm not showing patient information. You said the names out loud. You said the names out loud. You're still getting got. You're still getting got. But yeah, I wanted to highlight that specific clip that you saw in the beginning. Because if she's doing that in our faces, what is she doing in private? What is she doing in private? Is my girl washing her hands? Is she wearing a mask? Does she put on PPE in a contact precaution room or in a droplet precaution room? I'm scared for this generation of nurses. I'm scared. What is going on here on this day?
I'm scared. Skirt. But yeah, shout out to her. She made some really good points. Yeah, when I seen that in the live when she had the thing in her mouth, and even she stated, "Oh, this is so unhygienic," but I'ma do it anyway, and it's just like, what? Like, yeah, I wouldn't be surprised if this girl gets sued, because losing a job ain't gonna be enough, especially of that patient. If their family members see this, yeah, they're gonna sue you. And it's like she said, "Oh, I'm not sharing that information." You said their name multiple times. You know what I mean? And then we can hear the meds that they're getting. Like, it's really not that hard to put one on one, equals two. Like, it's really not that hard. But yeah, she's scared. Like she said, if she's doing this in front of us, what does she do when no one's around? And a lot of people don't wash their hands, you know what I mean? So even though they work in that like industry, you think they would be like OCD, very clean. A lot of them, like I've seen them outdoors, even here in the UK when they're in their scrubs. They'll be in their scrubs like in bingo, and then when I've gone toilet and I'm behind them, they'll literally go toilet and just walk out and not wash their hands, and it's just like, you're a whole nurse, or you're a whole doctor, or you're a whole, you know what I mean? Like, you work in the health industry. But again, like my girl said, critical thinking and common sense is not that common. But yeah, guys, that's it for this video. Let me know your thoughts in the description box below. Make sure your notification bells are on and that you're still subscribed. Please like, comment, subscribe, and share this video. Stay safe, and I'll see you in my next one. Bye.